Hey crafters, Kathleen Vicenzotti here with Magnolia Design Company. So excited that you stopped by our live today. I am going to show you a really fun project using ink. So how many of you are familiar with the Magnolia Design Company ink? Let me know. Put it in the comments. Also, if you're watching this, sprinkle it. Share the love. Let us know that you're here, what you're thinking, where you're from. I'm going to do a fun project with some inks on this decor piece. This is a faux book. It's actually a little secret box, and I picked it up at Ross. I think it was like in the clearance item. So like I could pull these are just little stickers in here. It was inexpensive, but it was kind of plain, right? And I'm like, you know, Magnolia Design is about all enhancing and making things your own, personalizing it. So what I'm going to do is I thought it would be perfect to use this wake, slay, and pray, or wake, pray, and slay. How many of you out there doing that? How many wake up, pray, and then slay your day, right? Let me know. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually put this on the front, and then see this cool arrow here? What I was thinking is I would do the arrow on the side of the book. What do you think? Is that what you would do? And I was deciding what color to do, and this is like a what would you call it? Like a canvas. It's not a canvas. It looks kind of like burlap, but it's not burlap. So I'm going to go with the brown. I went with the cocoa brown ink, and I think that's the official name of it. If not, it's let's see here. I'll tell you the official name. There we go. Cocoa Bean. So it wasn't cocoa brown, it was cocoa bean, and it is Magnolia Design's permanent ink, and it has a really nice gel-like consistency, and it allows you to use with any of our stencils, and you can use it just like you would any of our chalk pastes. And the cool thing about the ink is that it becomes permanent, and it's good on fabrics. This is something that's not going to get a lot of use, so I'm not going to be able to, here we go. I'm going to try to open this. Oh, interesting. Let's see if I can have a pair of scissors. Open up my stencil, right? The hardest part is getting in it, and I don't want to cut it, but this is one of our 5x7 stencils. Love it. So versatile, so reusable. The one thing though I want to say is if you're using ink, you want to wash the stencil right away so that the ink doesn't dry in the fine silk screen, right? Because our stencils are silk screen. They're actually like a fabric woven, and I'm just going to peel it off. And the easiest way to do it is just run your finger, see how that just grabs it. The backs are sticky, they're reusable. But this fine mesh, sometimes the ink, if you don't wash it right away, can set up in there, and you don't want it to stain your stencil. If the ink stains outside, it won't affect the performance of it. You want to make sure though that you get all the ink, rinse it with warm water through the silk screen in the letters. And so what I'm doing is I'm using my tacky towel to fuzz it, get some fuzz on, because sometimes if it sticks too hard to the surface, it can either pull the surface off or it doesn't work properly. I actually have used stencils with paper, and sometimes I've been sticky enough that it actually ripped the paper off. So you want to just make sure you get some fuzz on the back. So here we're going to do this book. Now, it's permanent, so I want to make sure that it's where I want it. And I'm not going to center the stencil on here because I'm not going to do the arrow on this part. I'm going to do the arrow on the side. And we're going to just see how this goes and hope I don't mess this up. Right? So there, wake, pray, slay. We're going to just put it on, smooth it on. So this is live, so anything can happen. But you know what? Our stuff is pretty foolproof, pretty simple to use. And you can just see here, I'm just sticking it right on and making sure it's nice and smooth here. And what I'm going to do is just take my squeegee and I'm going to just dip it in my ink And I'm just gonna come down and I'm just gonna make sure I get a nice coating on my surface, on my stencil. And you just wanna pull it down. And you wanna be careful with the ink, because unlike chalk, you can't wipe it off. I mean, you can if you really, wanna try to wipe some of it off, but it's permanent. So once it gets on there, it's pretty much on there. And I want to be careful because I don't want to get my arrow. So what's your morning routine? Do you have a morning routine? Do any of you start your day with some scripture, some readings, or do you meditate, do yoga, workout? What is your morning routine like? I got to get better at mine. I try not to grab my phone like the first 15 minutes I'm up because I don't know how many are guilty. Like, I even try to actually put the phone not even near my bed. My phone is actually charging in my office just to get that break, that separation, right? Okay, so that looks pretty good. So see how we covered it all. And with ink, oh, I love it. Wake, pray, slay. Ah, look at that. It's always so fun. I don't care how many times I do it. When I peel it off, I get so excited, right? So what we're going to do here is I'm going to put this here, and I am actually going to take paper towel and, I'm going to take my stencil just because I don't want to get the ink from the letters on the back of it. So what I'm going to do here is take my arrow now and place the arrow on the side. And again, just going to stick this down. The cool thing about any of the stencils is that you can use a part of them. You can use the whole stencil. You can get so creative on how you use these stencils. And the cool thing is I'll be able to use this on actually, I'm thinking of using it on a real notebook. I have a notebook, plain notebook that I have. And I think it would be fun to put that, just dress it up, just create a little notebook. And super nice gifts. Like if you wanted to buy some inexpensive notebooks, you can do the same thing, just cover the front. So I think I have my arrow on here. So excited to see what it looks like. Let's see. Ah, perfect. Oh my goodness, look at this. Look at how great. So the front says wake, pray, slay. And then I took our arrow and I put the arrow going on the side. So like I could have this, showing either way. So I hope you like it, and I would love to know what you think, and tell me some ways that you might be interested in using some of our inks on a project that you have. We always love it when our guests and visitors and watchers of our lives comment below and share some love, sprinkle with somebody who starts their day this way with wake, pray, and slay. Bye, guys.